Once upon a time in adequately advanced magic.
Each of you guys are rudely ejected onto the floor. Numerous tubes and pipes line the metallic walls of the room, with many of them connecting to 4 clear glass tanks. The 4th tank is damaged and empty. Meanwhile, Jack, in the 4th locker, you find a dress, and then some of the metal slides open. Inside of a now glass canister, you see a pixie floating inside. The 3 of you have just opened up the front doors to Constance's warehouse, and outside you see Virginia and Galazar, along with a couple of police cars and a pretty decent number of police officers. There's a moment of silence as the 3 of you zoom off away from the warehouse.
Jack crouches on the seat of the motorcycle and then springs up and jumps up in the air onto the train.
The rest of the people on the motorcycle hear this rumbling.
Oh, is it the 18-wheeler?
They have pulled out these little goblin-sized catapults. They are now launching goblins. You see the Godfather walk up.
He wingsuited in?
Welcome to Falcon's Reach, a city in which magic is technology. You're listening to Adequately Advanced Magic.
Okay, so we're at like a standoff 60 feet away type thing.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of goblins like pointing their guns at you, and the rest of you are at the end of the train.
It's straight out of Gangs of New York.
It sounds about right.
You notice that there appears to be 2 different colors of goblins here, and by color I mean like the color of their tracksuits.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You see Goptik on one side with his group, and these are like the multicolored ones, where they just sort of like wear whatever. And on the other side, you see Gobstopper, the goblin with the fedora and the scar over his left eye. And his group is smaller, but they seem to have fancier tracksuits.
The Goblin Special Operations.
The Godfather approaches, and he stands just a little bit ahead of the other goblins, and he says, "Gobzoo, what do you have to say for yourself?" Gobzoo pokes around Audrey's leg, and he says, Godfather, we can't keep the pixie in here like this. It's not right, and she can't stay in here anymore. The Godfather replies, "Does that give you the right to take our sorts of income and betray the clan?" Gobzoo says, "Well, it doesn't matter anyway. We're going to have to find a new way to find money." And then he looks at the 3 of you to back him up.
I said Gobzoo's right. The pixie would have stopped producing pixie dust soon anyway. The method you had for funding your group is unsustainable.
So says one of the ones who betrayed us.
You asked us to bring you Gobzoo? Well, here he is.
Gobzoo looks really nervous for a hot minute.
We never said we would let you harm him after we brought him to you.
The Godfather says, "Well, what would you propose?"
I hold up a finger. I'm like, 1 minute. All right, guys, huddle. Huddle, guys, huddle. Let's see, we do the football huddle.
All right.
Well, we know they have marketable skills, right? Like, look at what they were able to do here.
That's true. Those body with wingsuits.
I mean, they probably got all that stuff from selling pixie dust.
Right, but they still know how to use it, and they have it now.
Yeah.
I've never used a wingsuit.
How would they use that to get more money?
Maybe we just need to buy some time. If we get them just to get off the train and get out of our way, that's what we just need right now, right?
We gotta convince the Godfather. If it was one of the lackeys, I think we could just convince them of something, but the Godfather is gonna be a little craftier.
Well, there's probably a lot of Magitech on this train, right?
We have no idea.
Yeah, there's gonna be some. There was a special cargo that they had. We don't know what it is, but it's probably very valuable.
Maybe we can just
Special.
give them everything that we don't need.
But the problem is, what if it's just like a one-off thing? They need to be able to make money.
Oh, they need to make money, yeah.
Any ideas, Gobzoo? Aldrin?
Gobzoo is just sort of like he's been left with the task of staring down all of his brothers and sisters.
Oh no, okay. I'm just looking
I
at...
mean, they've demonstrated that they're pretty resourceful, so I don't quite see how not having the pixie would be so destructive, but I don't know specifically.
Think of them as the South when they were cotton. I guess they have other sources of income, but nothing can replace that. Maybe we can convince them to let us search the train for valuables.
I think they'd like to search the train for valuables.
They don't. Yeah, they don't. They probably don't need us to search the train, right? They just would
I know,
do it.
but like,
We can talk.
Well,
about it.
I mean, at some point they're going to call in Veer security, whatever.
Yeah.
Or-
So how about this? Like, we can tell them that let's work together because we need to get something from the train. You guys are on the train. The security force is going to come, which they might not know, right? They might not know that there's a security force that's coming. So maybe if we work together to get this stuff and get off the train, and when we all live to fight another day, because the security force might wipe us all out.
yeah, but then they may just attack us and try to take the
The pixie, right?
pixie before the people
Yeah.
come.
Can we switch the pixie out? Give them a fake one? Do you have like magic or something that can like trick them?
Nothing that
Illusion?
would. I have one minor illusion, but I don't think it would like. It's fine at a distance, but once they try to pick it up, they would know.
What if we throw your minor illusion pixie onto something and then they have to go get it in their bodysuits, wingsuits?
That's a good backup plan if we can't convince them to do something else.
Yeah, because they're after the pixie, right? They don't even care about Gobzoo.
I mean, they definitely want to kill Gobzoo, but
Okay. What if you like 3-card Monty them or something? You have like 3 pixies and you're like, which one's the real one? No.
I mean, weren't we going to try to convince them about the mushroom farm?
Oh, is that an idea we proposed to them?
I don't think we proposed it to them. I think we were just talking about.
Right, because Hercure can make mushrooms out of nothing in a way. Maybe.
Oh, he can teach them how to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quote
How to
unquote
grow
teach
them.
them. Yeah, I get that. That sounds doable.
Yeah, the Godfather says, "Are you done with your powwow?"
Guess mushroom it is, right? Mushroom farming.
We'll kind of throw it all at the wall. And Tell them there's so many options.
Yeah.
They're not. They gotta diversify.
Yeah, you can talk about how you work for a business and you have business experience.
Okay.
You know what you're talking about.
Send them to your CV. It'll be fine.
CV, yeah, right. All right. What do they say at the end of the football huddle?
Break.
Break.
Break. Okay, can we all clap?
Are we clapping? Clap.
Yeah. Clap. So we turn and face the assorted goblins. I'm like, Godfather, we have lots of choices for you and for your Red Knife clan. Focusing on a single source of income is foolish because, as you've seen, if it's taken away, it means the downfall of your entire clan. All of the goblins will suffer. The key to success is diversifying into as many possible resource streams as possible. For instance, my friend Hercure here is a master mushroom farmer and be willing to share his trade with you and provide you with the knowledge and resources to grow very valuable mushrooms with all kinds of effects. In addition, this train has very valuable resources, Magitech and Magitite. We're after a single piece of fabricate Magitech. Put everything else in the train with untold, unknown riches and values. Who knows? Look how well heavily guarded it is.
There's literally no one other than goblins and us.
And we'd be willing to provide all of that to you so that the goblins would be able to find a future for themselves away from the unfortunate, immoral use of pixies for pixie dust. I know you don't want to have to use the pixie for this, but you just had to. I understand. But this is your opportunity to turn a new leaf, find a new path, chart a new course.
Jack also chips in and is like, look, guys, running a pixie dust operation is pretty risky. It's all under the hood, and you don't, that's not, you're just playing with fire, but if you get into mushrooms, you go legit, you start selling the grocery stores. The mushrooms, I heard, are a big food item these days, and you never know, and that some people pay a lot of money for really, really rare mushrooms. There's that too. No need to play with fire. Right, Goptik?
Goptik is just like, we attack the mushrooms from the front? Alright, Roy, go ahead and roll your persuasion check with advantage.
21.
Nice.
The Godfather says,
I see that your proposal has reason, and I see that Gobzoo, while he acted with impulse, that Gobzoo may have been right. My only question now is, as people who have betrayed me before, how can I trust you again? What would you give as a sign of faith?
Gobzoo speaks up, and he says, Godfather, I'll bring the pixie back,
No.
but you have to promise to free her.
Are you sure we can trust this guy? He's been abusing this pixie for years.
Gobzoo says, I think this is the only way.
Why would the Godfather free the pixie? That makes no sense. Once he has her back.
From your previous argument, keeping the pixie in there has no value.
Oh, I see.
Are you sure, Gobzoo?
He says, yeah, I think so. I think this is the right way.
Well, I'm willing to follow your lead on this one.
If
You
all
think
else
it-
fails, will extract vengeance, Godfather.
That's what many have said before.
Yeah.
He's also like,
Yeah.
this ain't his first gang deal.
Say it like it's mine, too.
So are we all in agreement?
Should have left the goblins to that damn mimic.
I guess this is the only way. No great options here.
If Gobzoo thinks it's the best, then we'll do as Gobzoo says.
Alright, let's do it.
Then they will take nothing from this train.
Hmm?
They get the pixie back. Get
They're
out of
freeing
my
the-
hair.
They're freeing the Pipsy. That's what what we needed
Well-
to do anyway.
They say they're freeing the pixie.
Yeah, we give them the things on the train once we see the Pixie free, like we agreed.
I think that's doable.
Gobzoo approaches the Godfather, and the Godfather pulls out a key. With your pretty high persuasion check, the Godfather is okay with all of this. He pulls out the key and he hands it to Gobzoo, and Gobzoo puts it into the keyhole, and then suddenly there is another sound
God damn it.
coming from behind you, and you hear a halfling land on the platform. Gobzoo turns the key in the keyhole, and the pixie container opens. At the same time, this person comes in from behind you, and it's Virginia. Gobzoo makes like a small squeaking noise, like, ah! But then he stands firm, and he looks at the three of you guys, and he says, you guys go on ahead.
Gobzoo says that?
Hercule takes off.
Yeah, Jack runs too.
Yeah, Audrey also runs, and she's like, now's not the time, Virginia. And Virginia's just like, ugh, now I sound like Constance.
I was about to say.
Yeah, Virginia's just like, oh my god, Audrey. How long are we going to play this game?
You could just quit, Virginia. Hercule yells over his shoulder.
And give up my pension and suits?
You're working for the wrong side here, lady.
That's what they all say.
As Niklaus runs out with the rest, he's like, I bet that's not even real cashmere.
The goblins make a little bit of like a parting the Red Sea to let you guys through. And as you leave the prison train car, you're pretty sure you hear Virginia kicking the shit out of goblins.
Man, Godfather versus Virginia? Who would win that one?
As you leave the train, you can see goblins being like you see one goblin get like kicked into the exit door, and his face sort of like is like the pancake face against the window.
Oh, man.
And he slides down slowly.
Freaking Darth Vader.
Anyways, the three of you are now in between the last car and the second car.
Can I kick the next door down?
Yeah, sure. Do a strength check.
Strength, 12.
Yeah, it takes you a couple of tries, but you eventually do kick the door in.
Yes. Take that door.
There's no one in here except you see that hanging from the ceiling is a metallic snake mecha.
Oh,
Snake mecha. Oh.
like we saw
Yeah.
in the sewers?
Yeah, it looks remarkably similar to the one that you saw in the sewers, except that this one is a different color.
Right.
Oh.
And as you enter the train, you hear a voice go, Intruders detected.
Oh boy.
Security Iron Cobra deployed.
Iron Cobra?
And you hear some latches activate from the ceiling, and the Iron Cobra drops to the floor in front of you. And we'll go ahead and roll for initiative.
It's gonna be a big old 8 for me, dog.
Oh, 18.
Nice. 13 for Herc here. So we've got a nice spread there.
Make a histogram.
The train car here is about 60 feet long and 20 feet wide. The snake has clunked onto the ground in the middle. From your direction, on the left, is a series of control panels. On the right are a couple of racks of what appear to be utility magitech. You can see that there's a couple of grease, a couple of levitates, and some mending. And throughout the walls of the train car, there's a couple of large windows. You can see that you're blowing past west of area neighborhoods at a pretty fast speed. The mechanical eyes of the snake gleam red,
Oh, it's never a good sign.
and then it slithers metallically towards you.
What kind of metal is it? Like aluminum, steel, cobalt?
Nickel?
I mean,
Nickel.
it's called an Iron Cobra, so...
It's an iron
Also-
nickel alloy.
Can we, if it's iron, we can make it rust, right?
Does anyone have a rust monster in their pack?
I don't.
That's
we
a
just-
joke for the whole old school D&D crowd.
In any case, it slithers over and it's gonna rear back, and then it's going to try and bite you, Jack.
Oh shit. Dang.
Who could have seen that coming?
It's a 9.
9. Does not
Actually,
hit.
it's a
Oh,
11.
does not hit. Haha.
Yeah, it rears up,
Aha.
opens its mouth, and you see that it has some iron fangs.
Oh, iron cobra, iron fangs. Okay.
It lunges at you, and then you just duck out of the way.
Haha.
This whole monster is just made up of different metal band names.
Jack, it's your turn.
All right. So it's in melee range, right?
Yep.
Okay. So basically, I'm trying to see. So if I use my M pistol, I have disadvantage because it's a ranged weapon,
Yep.
Correct.
and then I have to disengage to get out of range. Jack is not happy because the snake tried to attack him. But Jack is reminded that he now has two rapiers that are fancier than his short swords. So he cling, whips those out, and tries to poke it through the weakness in its armor. I'm guessing it's got like plates. That's my imagination. Is that true, or
Yeah,
any
like metal scales.
metal scale? So it's gonna try and find. Jack's gonna try and find a little hole to poke through. Or no, he's gonna try and go for the eyes. Always go for the eyes. So is that okay? I can do that, right? There's no
Yep.
restrictions. Okay. So yeah. All right. The first one is a 20.
Yeah, that hits.
All right, and 1d8 is this diamond-looking one. So 2 plus 3 is 5 damage, and
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me describe this one first.
okay.
Jack, the Iron Cobra engages you, and you do like a quick twisty turn thing, and you pull out both of your rapiers. With their first one, you try to stab it, and you connect, except it just makes a metal ringing noise,
Oh shit!
and the Iron Cobra looks nonplussed.
As if it didn't really hurt it, or it wasn't
Yeah.
hurt. Okay.
Did that attack seem to do no damage at all, or was it just kind of reduced?
Yeah, it looks like the point at which Jack stabbed, there's just like the smallest of scratches.
So no damage, basically.
Yep.
Okay. Jack looks at his rapier and is not impressed. And kind of wishes he still had his short swords. And he braces for the next attack, which doesn't mean anything. But that's what he's doing. All right, done.
Alright, here.
Alright, I kind of want to cast heat metal on it, but I don't know if that would actually hurt it.
Also, it may just make us damage ourselves if we try to.
Yeah. So instead, I'm going to cast Flame Blade.
Whoa.
Ooh.
So now I have a fiery scimitar-shaped blade in my hand. And I believe that's my action. I can't cast that and attack. Oh, casting time 1 bonus action, so I can attack with it. I rolled a 17.
A 17 hits.
Alright. He will take 3d6 fire damage. Holy crap. I just rolled an 18 fire damage.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yes. Ching.
The Cobra snatches out at Jack. Hercure sees that Jack's attack does little to no damage. He calls up a flaming scimitar in his hand and strikes forward, scoring the Iron Cobra. I don't know exactly how the fire damage has affected it, or if it does, but...
Yeah, you see like a hot streak of heated metal.
Nice.
The Cobra makes a mechanical hiss, as if it's in
Just
pain.
steam gets released from the head.
Yeah.
Cool.
And it's Niklaus's turn.
Niklaus kind of moves along the left side of the train and takes a quick look at the control panels there. Do any of them say deactivate security Cobra?
Do you want to spend a turn to do like a perception check? There's a lot of buttons.
Yeah. I'll examine the control panels along the left side.
Yeah, do the investigate check.
Okay. Natural 20. So it's
Ooh,
25.
yeah. Take that, Snake.
25.
You take a look at the control panel, Niklaus, and there's one entire section with way too many buttons that just control the train. There is another section that affect the Cobra. There is also a rather giant lever that says anti-magic containment field.
Anti-magic containment field. That's ominous. Is that currently in the on or off position?
It is in the on position.
That's an anti-magic containment field that is on.
I don't know that we want to turn that off. What is it containing?
Probably
Is
the special cargo that we were told was in the other section.
The thing that makes it go.
Okay, that's a lot of stuff.
Alright, do you want to do anything else?
In the Cobra section, does it just give status? Or what does it say?
There's like a bunch of buttons, it's sort of hard to make out.
Not having enough time to figure out what each button does, Niklaus pushes them all.
Alright.
Mega Cobra activated.
Or if there's a big red one, I'll try that. Whichever one has there's just like a cover, you gotta flip it up and then turn the key and then push the button.
Alright, yeah, there's a couple of those. You pick
Fireball.
one, and then... Alright, I'm gonna roll a d8.
Can I roll it and you just tell me what it does?
Yeah.
D8. It's a 5.
5 out of 6.
You hit the button, and then I guess Jack sees this. The Iron Cobra sticks out its tongue, and one of 3 things load into place.
Oh shit.
Yeah, the snake itself looks pretty surprised.
I didn't know I had this function.
Yeah, so imagine there's the tongue, and then the tongue has 3 prongs.
Okay.
One of the prongs locks into place.
Oh jeez. Alright.
And it's the snake's turn. Having been seared by Hercure, he's going to turn his attention to you, and he's going to try and bite you. And he rolls an unnatural 20.
Well, that will hit, yes.
The snake does 8 damage,
Ow.
and then do a Constitution saving throw.
15.
Yeah, the snake bites you, and then its snake prong tongue tries to stab into you, and it does actually. You feel some poison flowing into the wound, but you're unaffected.
Maybe don't touch those buttons, Niklaus.
Is it working? I can't
It
tell
just
if
tried
it's
to
working.
poison me. It
Oh.
just tried to poison me.
Okay, I'll try
It's
it here.
attacking
I'll try
me.
this one instead.
You're activating weapons.
Oh, so not that one. I'll try the other one.
Maybe shoot it instead of pressing buttons you don't know what they do.
Jack, it's your turn.
So the snake is not engaging me anymore, right?
I just imagined you and Hercure were standing next to each other, so...
So Jack looks over to Hercure and he says, I gotta get out of here, man. My swords don't do anything. I'm gonna try and get away and get a shot from the end of the room. So I'm not abandoning you. I'm just gonna try and...
I understand. I
All right.
saw what little your rapier did against it.
So Jack tries to disengage and run to the other side of the room, away from the snake.
Okay.
So how did opportunity attack work?
Well, are you using the disengage action?
No, let's take my chances. I want to get a shot in.
Alright. Jack, you try to tumble roll away from
Yeah.
the snake, and it's going to try and bite you.
Yeah, let's see.
And it rolls a
What-
16.
Oh, that hits.
Does 9 damage.
Oh, does it do any of the poison stuff?
Yeah, go ahead and roll the Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Good lord.
Roll a 17.
Once again, the snake tongue prong stabs into you,
Mm-hmm.
but it just nicks the wound, and you don't feel anything.
All right. Jack tries to like swat it away, but of no use. But now I can move, right?
Yep.
All right. So Jack, taking the damage, sprints to the not sprint, doesn't dash, but he gets to the other side of the room, whips out his M pistol with the Eldritch Blast module, and uses the he closes one eye and uses his newly gained sharpshooter feat. Yeah, sharpshooter feat. So I can choose to take a -5 penalty to the attack roll to add +10 to the attack's damage. And this time I'm going to do it right. And so just to be clear, I get +2 for proficiency, +2 for archery, and +2 for dexterity. Yeah? For my attack roll? Okay. Let's see. Come on, big Ronnie. Come on, big roll. Oh, fuck. I got 11.
Your shot goes wide.
Oh, so much work.
It actually hits the control panel next to Niklaus.
Does it break it or no?
You see some smoke coming out of it. Alright, here.
Alright, I'm going to attack with my flame blade again. Natural 20.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
So
Laying
what
down a law.
what do I do for that?
Double the damage dice.
So I roll a 66 instead of 3d6.
Yep.
And that's 12. 21 points of damage.
Take him down.
Wow.
Nice.
Yep. What does it look like?
Herkier, having been injured by this mechanical beast, lines up his next shot and sweeps down, burning through the side of the cobra's face.
Yeah, the cobra hisses angrily. It's like, hiss!
I hiss back.
Bare your fangs.
Alright, Niklaus.
Nicholas takes a look at the snake. How beat up does it look?
It's starting to look pretty beat up.
Okay. Uses his bonus action to cast Hex. So you see like a little blob of like dark smoke kind of shoot towards the creature and kind of like suffuse it. So it has disadvantage on strength checks. And for his action, he will cast Ray of Frost. So the
Nice.
crackling beam of blue-white light
Aw, it's an ice flower.
shoots out at the creature. This can be a 17 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
So it takes 1d8 cold damage and 1d6 necrotic. It's going to be 8 total damage.
Come on, die, snake. Slither back to the depths.
Does the cold or necrotic seem to do more damage than anything else?
No, they're the same.
Okay. And its speed is reduced by 10 feet.
What happens? Isn't it like not good if you heat iron up and then you cool it down rapidly?
It's true.
Yeah, it like expands too quickly.
Yeah, something like that. And just
I
like
think that's like
shatter it.
glass.
Oh,
If it has any...
I mean, if you cool down metal too much, I think it gets brittle.
It's if it's made of more than one metal, then that would be a problem. Because they expand and contract at different rates.
oh. So
And here's your daily science lesson from Adequately Advanced Magic.
D&D well known for closely following scientific principles.
In any case, it dies.
Oh yeah.
So describe it for us.
So yeah, as the blue beam of energy strikes out and hits the snake in its head, you see a slight frost starting to form, and then the necrotic energy of the hex causes like to start to like rust and decay away, even though it's not like made of organic material. Somehow that still makes sense. And you see the head like crack as it loses its structural integrity and it can't support its own internal structure and kind of like crumbles down to the deck of the train.
Nice. Yeah, it explodes.
Ooh yeah. I still have Flame Blade for 10 minutes. I mean, slightly
Oh.
less than 10 minutes now, so...
Is that
I
like a
can,
lightsaber, basically?
It's like a flaming scimitar.
So you can like cut through walls and doors and stuff?
Depending on what the wall or door is made of. It's not like a super magic weapon. It's just
Okay.
a burny saber made out of fire.
That's cool. To light a cigarette.
But I can like send it away when I don't need it and then bring it back within the 10 minutes spell.
Should we grab the Magitech along the wall?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yes.
Is there
Yeah.
Magitech to go with it?
Magitite to go with the Magitech.
Yeah. You find 3 level 1 Magitites, and Audrey, who I semi-forgot about, pops out from wherever she was hiding.
She's been wrestling her way through all the goblins in between the two cars.
Well, she came in the train car with you guys. I just forgot.
I'm picturing like a floor panel opened, and then Gobzoo's head comes up, and then her head comes up.
I like how when it's like something that's supposed to be like super scary, you guys kill it in like 3 hits.
Look,
And then when it's like a rug, it's like...
I mean, I haven't had a weapon that does 3d6 for very long now.
Plus the nat 20 helped.
Yeah.
Rolling 18 on the first plus then the nat 20.
Alright, so who is looking at what?
We're stealing the Magitech and or Magitite.
Niklaus is turning his attention back to the control panels to see what they are in more detail.
Yeah, so the control part of the control panel for the train variously speeds it up or slows it down. But from your previous knowledge from working at the company, you do know that there's also like a central control for these kinds of things. So it's sort of like a manual override.
Mm-hmm.
Now that you actually have time to look at the snake controls, you see that there's ways to turn off its damage immunities and condition immunities and magic resistance, as well as pick its next weapon.
Oh.
And you look at the anti-magic containment lever, and you see that there's a hole blown through it now.
Uh-oh.
So is the little light for on still on, or is the little light for off now on?
The little light is now off.
Oh.
Meanwhile, here you rummage through the Magitech. Audrey helps you. I will roll for each
So
type
we got
of these.
3 level 1 Magitite, and then...
You find 2 grease, 5 levitate, and 5 mending.
Wow.
Seems like a lot.
I mean, it's a Magitech world. We're just living in it.
I mean, it's double digits.
At their facilities. Anything else we need to do here?
Is there anything we can take from the snake?
Do a investigate check.
11 plus 2, 13.
You take a look at the snake, and its tongue looks pretty cool, but as you reach down to pull it out, it just shatters.
Oh, dang. Jack decides it's best not to touch that dangerous creature monster.
I've been touched by it enough. Oh yeah, you got bit by it too, so...
Yeah.
Well, we still haven't found the fabricate that we need.
Right, I thought that was going to be in the cargo car.
Yeah, so...
But we can...
Let's, I don't think there's anything else here in this car that we need, unless you guys found anything else.
Let's just keep going. Always keep going. Wonder what frightening things will await us in the next car. Are there still sounds of goblins fighting Virginia?
Yeah.
Okay.
You hear, like, their tiny squeaks as they get kicked in the face.
Oh.
Also, a lot of gunshots.
Okay.
You also hear Goptik yell, "Attack her from the front!"
Oh, Gobtik.
Full frontal
Audrey.
attacks.
Audrey is like, "Alright, to the next train?"
Yep. Let's go. Someone who's not me lead.
Jack will go first.
Niklaus will follow up.
Yep. Audrey will come...
I mean, I'll go up before Audrey.
Yeah, she'll head up the rear.
Can we just open the door and see what's inside?
I activate my flame blade before we go in.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's still like on, right?
Yeah,
I
right,
don't
but I
think
can
you
have
spent,
it.
like...
I can have it showing or not showing. Like I can
okay.
kind of do that thing, but it takes a bonus action to do that. So I'm doing that bonus action before we go in.
Mm-hmm. Yep. The 4 of you head out of the control car, and there's the little gap. And ahead of you is the door into the cargo train car. As the 4 of you approach, the door creaks open.
Uh-oh.
And you see some blood on the floor.
Jeez.
Uh-oh.
Dripping out.
Like, there would have to be a lot of blood for blood to be dripping out, yeah? All right.
Jack knocks first.
What?
Jack decides to knock on the door.
Alright, you knock on the door.
We're on a time limit here. We don't know when the fire security is going to show up.
Jack knocks and then opens the door.
You open the door.
With my gun, pointing and, all operator-like.
He's doing, like, moves he saw in Impossible Mission play.
And opens
Yeah,
the door.
you-
What do we see?
You look like John Wick as you enter the door.
A dog barks somewhere in the distance.
What's inside?
Jack, you open the door, and this cargo train part is actually a little bit smaller than the ones that you've encountered before. It's like 20 feet by 30 feet.
Wow.
The first thing that you notice is that there's 5 dead bodies on the ground. If you put all the parts together,
Oh.
it would probably be like about 5 people.
Oh.
Wow.
You see the remnants of some VIRE weaponry and VIRE uniforms.
Oh, so someone shot up this VIRE team.
Yep. At the end of the train, you see that there is a almost sort of like an egg-shaped chamber of sorts. It's pretty sizable. You could probably squeeze like 3 people into it. On both sides of the train car, there are just racks and racks of Magitech. Standing in front of the egg-shaped, apparently anti-magic chamber is a rather beautiful, white-haired, half-elf woman.
Would it look like she would have fit in that red dress we found at the beginning of the...
Kirkir eyes the woman. and her
His
measurements.
His fashion sense.
Well, first of all, she's wearing prison clothes right now. She's not even wearing shoes, and she's facing away from the 3 of you. But go ahead and do a...
A creep check?
a wisdom check?
All of
I'm good
us?
at this.
Or just
Just here.
Okay.
21.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you have a flashback to that dress that you found from the floating research station, and you, like, in your mind's eye, you put the dress on the woman. And it's... I like how this is what Hirkir's memory is spent on, is the exact measurements of clothes that he's
Well, not
found.
the exact. I mean, it's...
Dude, I had no idea,
It's
but
rough.
I totally forgot about that dress.
I mean, I just listened to the first episode this week, so that's why it's in my mind.
But yeah, it's a pretty good fit. The camera cuts to the floor, and the blood continues to flow from these dead bodies.
Jeez.
I wonder if she was the one who was in the 4th tube, Hercure says sort of absentmindedly to himself after completing his in-depth analysis of the dress and the half-elf woman.
As you say that, Hirkir, everybody do a Constitution saving throw.
Oh.
9.
10.
11.
Nice.
We all peek our guts out.
Yeah.
Or worse. Or worse.
The 3 of you suddenly get splitting migraines.
Ah!
Yo. Ow. Owie, owie.
Niklaus, you put your hand to your head and those voices get louder and louder. You look up at this woman who's still facing away from you, and in your mind's eye, you see that dream that you've had, where darkness is just exploding towards you. Amidst the pain, you can sense just overflowing feelings of unadulterated hate.
From the half-elf? Or...
Yeah.
Okay.
And all 3 of you feel this.
Oh.
Okay.
Do I feel the object of the hate?
You do, actually. It's everything.
Jeez. Alright.
The 3 of you also get flashbacks of being in those test tubes, and you get this feeling of, not deja vu, but you have some recognition of the identity of this woman. You've seen her before, and your flashbacks make it increasingly obvious that she was the 4th person that was in those test tubes with you.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Audrey is like, guys?
Be quiet. It hurts.
She's gonna start grabbing some Magitech, because she doesn't want to be in the bloody train car for any longer than she has to.
Fair enough. Also, I'm not sure we've really come up with an exit strategy. Anyway, we'll figure it out. I guess we've got those Magitechs.
Yep.
Are we still able to do things, or are we, what is the word, unable to do stuff because of the migraines?
Yeah, you're still briefly incapacitated. due to migraines.
Incapacitated. There we go. Where did that word go?
Can't do stuff.
The thing where you can't do
You
things.
currently have the condition of can't do stuff.
Unable to stuff.
Stuff.
As the 3 of you are suffering from your migraines, the 3 of you hear the muttering of this woman. And she turns around, and a magical circle appears from behind you.
Like, in the doorway behind us?
Like in the ground behind you.
Okay. Like a portal type thing, or...
Yeah, sort of like a portal type thing.
Like she's summoning a monster that's going to try and eat us, or...
Yeah.
Hey.
From the hole climbs out a demonic-looking monster.
Jeez.
A large size with gigantic wings. It has 2 legs, 2 claws, and the beak of a demonic looking bird. As it pulls itself out of the hole, it screeches, and then she teleports away.
Teleports away?
Yeah, she puts her hands together, casts a spell, that Magitech, and then teleports away. Hey everyone, this is Joey, your Dungeon Master. I hope everyone has enjoyed Adequately Advanced Magic so far, especially as we almost wrap up Season 1. We're really close. If you have a second, please do leave a rating and review on Apple Podcasts, and also let us know on Instagram or Twitter what you would like to see in the upcoming season or any of our bonus episodes. Join us next week as Kirkir, Niklaus, and Jack experience the glory of magic bazookas.